Hello, people of God. Good night again. How are you all doing? This is, I don't know what to call it, if it's a testimony or it's a reference day. I don't know what to name it. But I want to explain to you all something that I shared about things that the Holy Spirit speaks to me, direct me, and teach me of, and also things that God revealed to me. And one of them was God speaks every day, but are you paying attention? And today I got my turn of proving the word that God gave me for you all to exercise. I had to exercise it today. And I'm recognizing it even more and more, developing in this season. The Holy Spirit is revealing to me season 3. How is God speaking to me? Like, how is He speaking to me? Because it looks like in every phase, in every phase and every season, God speaks different. So God speaks to me at times using different things. And God speaks in dreams, in visions, in His nature, in His creation, using people, things around us, but we just have to pay attention. So I gave my testimony yesterday of how I passed my test, but shortly after that, I received another test within that test. And I became disappointed. But the Holy Spirit came to me in my disappointment, and He said, because actually I did the video before, but I didn't upload it. And while I was about to upload it, I was so dismayed. But the Holy Spirit said to me, do not allow Satan to steal your testimony. So I posted the video for you all last night, and I can see, thank God, that some of you all were blessed by it. So glory be to God for that. But anyway, God spoke to me today through the weather. That for me was something so beautiful. God, I never paid attention like that for God to speak to me through the weather. So this morning, I decided that I'm going to get an early start by doing my laundry. It's 3 kids plus myself, so you could imagine the amount of clothes that I have to wash. So as I started out my morning, the weather looked fair. But by the time I hung out my third load, I recognized that the weather was changing. The dark cloud covered the sun. So you can imagine where I'm heading with this. I was like doubting and becoming confused because I hate when my clothes get wet. I hate it. So I was like, God, how am I going to do this? Like, what is going to happen? Like, is it going to rain? Is it not going to rain? I'm checking the weather. I'm in and out, in and out, in and out. But regardless, I said, you know what? I can hang them on the porch, so I'll hang them on the porch if needed. But the ones that were hung out on the wire outside in the yard, I was like, you know what? I don't want them to get wet. But regardless, I didn't take them down. But that's not where I'm heading. This is just a quick explanation so that I can get to the juice. So I found myself saying, when I went down to check to see if the clothes were dry enough for me to pick them up, I was like, this weather always doing this to me. It's like this weather wants to take away my peace. And right away when I said that, I was like, oh my God, God is speaking to me. This is an attack to steal my peace, to make me anxious, and to keep me off balance from what God is trying to tell me. Usually when I'm washing, I love to listen to music. I live in the Caribbean, so I'm very much into rhythm and the beats, and it's around Christmas time, so I love my Christmas music. But I felt like today, like, no, God needs you to be at peace. He wants to show you something. So I didn't play any music at all because I felt like I needed my peace, because He wanted to show me something, but I had to be in the right place and mindset for Him to speak to me. So when I said that about this, it looks like this weather comes to steal my peace. And I came back inside. I was ironing out a few pieces of clothing. I think that's the right term. I began speaking and I said, God, this looks like you're trying to speak to me through the weather. The weather being fair, you're explaining to me that when you speak something over me that you need me to do, it makes sense. But then the sun came out and I was like, you know what, everything is going to be just fine. It's going to be okay. You know what, God, this is definitely God speaking to me. And then the dark cloud covered the sun, meaning that I became doubtful. I was in the place of becoming confused if this was really God. But regardless, I kept washing, which means that I kept my faith in God. I kept my faith in God, that God, you said it, so you're going to do it. About maybe an hour or two later, the sun came back out. And I could have finished washing all my clothes, and all of my clothing were, at the end of the day, they were all dry. So God was trying to tell me that even though Satan may send doubt and confusion and want to inflict anxiousness upon you, once you hold on to my word and you keep your focus, the sun will shine for you. What I spoke over you, what I told you, will come to pass. It will come forth. And God spoke to me using 3 scriptures in Isaiah. And I told you, I held the Bible, my Bible, I held it, and I squeezed it and I hugged it with the way how God spoke to me so strong with those scriptures. So pay attention, because God speaks every day.